You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris, brought to you in part by SnowyRadio.com. How you doing, Dan?
Pretty darn good, you guys.
Fantastic.
Holy cow, getting down into the 20s overnight, and these parts,
That
things
crazy.
are frosting up, getting crazy. Got the shivers, got the shakes. Going to be okay, though. Hey, some rock and roll birthdays today. Well, one anyway. For $1 million, John and Heidi. You know how this works. If you get the answer right, I write you a bad check. Robert Harry Kuykendall is 58 today.
Robert Plant?
No.
Rod Stewart?
No. Rod Stewart. John's reaching.
I just throwing things out there.
Plays bass for Poison. Used to anyway. Bobby Dahl.
Oh.
Well, I would have had
never would've gotten
1,000 swings. I would have had 1,000 misses.
I was feeling pretty solid in that bet.
Got the check written out and everything.
And Ross from Friends, David Schwimmer, is 55 today.
Nice.
And my namesake, legendary frontiersman, Daniel Boone.
Oh.
Killed a grizzly bear with bare hands. Maybe, I guess. I kind of doubt it. You know, he, with all his messing around and all his daring do, he lived to be about 85 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Boone. So thought I'd put it out there. And no, I'm not named after him.
You're
even
not?
close, no.
Oh. I was going to say, is his middle name Ferris?
Named after my dad, who could have killed a grizzly bear with bare hands. He get up on in there, I'll tell you what. 1898, everything has to start somewhere. And this started pretty close to home. Cheerleading becomes a thing in the United States when Johnny Campbell leads a crowd in a cheer for a University of Minnesota Golden Gophers football
So
game.
the first cheerleader was a guy.
It was a guy.
Johnny.
Yeah.
That's
Stood
kinda
up, it's like,
cool.
okay, everybody, follow along.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
That's
just,
fun.
And then they did the wave.
cheerleading's a big thing. 1983, Michael Jackson's single Thriller is released
That
worldwide.
was a huge deal.
Worldwide.
One of the
was
top-selling albums of
huge.
all time.
Yeah, and that year was just in time for Halloween. Perfect marketing, perfect placement,
Yep.
perfect. And this is how far we've come since that day in 1983. 1 year ago, Baby Shark becomes the most watched music video on YouTube
That's how far we've come.
with
Yeah.
7.04 billion
Wow.
views and counting. Yeah, stick the fork.
Should we play that?
No, not ever for any reason.
When
no.
that tour was in town, we had ads on the radio with that song in it. I had
Yes,
people calling me going, how many more of these do I have to put up with?
Please, dear Lord, make it stop. All right.
Not
you know
fans,
what?
apparently.
I know, and now you know, we all know, and we can just do this thing.
All right. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris, brought to you in part by SnowyRadio.com. It's our commercial-free Christmas channel.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And Dan, what do you find interesting on this fine Tuesday?
You know, a lot of people from other places in the world like to visit the United States of America.
Yes,
yeah.
they do.
They just do. I mean, tourist dollars are huge, and people from other places came across this little article, Preconceived Notions of the United States, for people who have never been here. Then
Yeah.
they do travel here.
And then they find out they were wrong.
Yeah, preconceived notions
Oh, yeah.
about our great nation. And these are just some quotes from visitors
I'm
over the
excited to hear this.
past little while. One guy says, you know what? I thought Americans ate pizza every Friday.
Oh,
And that's really why I wanted to
That's
visit.
cute.
he came here to eat pizza on Friday. Well, we eat pizza every day. What's he talking about?
And I like this one, a young lady. I was shocked that the American Southern accent is real and not just made up for TV.
Oh, funny.
Yup.
Huh.
Then we get a little down and dirty here. You know what? I believed Hollywood Boulevard was this beautiful place made up of only famous people walking on red carpets, all dressed up.
Yeah.
After a few minutes on Hollywood Boulevard, I realized Man, was I wrong.
A lot
Yep.
of homeless people looking for drugs and stuff.
Yeah, he said, I found Americans to be a lot friendlier than I expected.
Oh,
Even in New York, I found people to be extremely friendly, polite, and helpful.
yeah.
So that's nice.
That's very good.
And this one, holy cow, I was expecting most Americans to be morbidly obese.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Then I arrived in Colorado, and gosh, I saw, holy cow, maybe about 90% of the people were pretty darn fit.
Yeah.
See,
They were just in the wrong place. If they'd come to my house.
this is someone who lives here who had some German friends visit for the first time. He goes, this was great. My German friends wanted to shoot all my guns. That's all they wanted to do. When I told them, yeah, it doesn't really work that way, they told me I was lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, preconceived notions. Oh, I love this one. I thought more people would actually say yeehaw a lot more.
Yeah. We mainly keep that for pizza Fridays.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, preconceived notions. Well, I suppose it's there. And finally, I didn't realize those red Solo cups were actually real and that everyone uses them at parties.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was just like, I don't know, a thing in the movies.
No, that's a thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Have you ever lived in a place where there were a lot of tourists? Like when we lived in Pella, Iowa, I would meet people from other countries all the time. They would always be there walking around on the square. And I really enjoyed visiting with them. And it was fun to find out some of this kind of stuff, like what they were expecting.
Well, preconceived, because they only see glimpses.
Right,
Yeah.
just what they see in movies and stuff. That's
It's like
funny.
everything else. For instance, if I were to go to Germany, I would expect, it's Oktoberfest
Beer
every day
everywhere.
of the year.
Yeah.
You know?
Heidi was visiting England, and when they were ready to leave, they said, "Have a nice day." And everybody in the room laughed. They said, "I've always wanted to hear an
I
American
always
say
want to hear
that."
an American say that.
It's those little
That's
things.
like,
Yeah.
apparently that's what we're known for. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Cracks me up.
Like, oh, I've never had anyone say that.
That southern accent was just made up for TV.
Oh, it's
And
so
I went with some
cute.
people who had never been to the United States to their first time through a buffet. That's not everywhere. So an all-you-can-eat buffet, I went through an all-you-can-eat buffet with some people for the first time. That was quite an experience. They're like, so we can take anything we want? And they stacked their plates up. And I was like, guys, you can come back again. Like, we can do it again? I'm like, yeah, that's why we're overweight here. So,
That's adorable.
well, thank you for that, Dan. You know what? I also found that interesting.
Well, because it kind of was.
It was.
There
That
you
is
It was.
what we refer to as stuff Dan finds interesting. I'm John with a fun comparison. Some puppies are purebred and they cost more. Others are more affordable. And then there are free puppies. Nobody really knows where they come from, but they're free. In the advertising world, it's like that too. There are some super expensive ways to advertise if you can afford it. And there are some free things you've probably tried, but those dogs rarely work. Radio is kind of like that middle puppy. Affordable, will snuggle with you, and hopefully not pee on the rug. Radio advertising. Super affordable, a great investment, and man's best friend. Try it and let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life. Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. I think today feels like a Kaladi's day. I think I might go there for lunch today.
Oh, yeah.
Good day for
Yeah. Everything they got just kind of warm you up, pep you up, get you going in the right direction. All there is to
Good
it.
stuff.
This little story out of South Dakota makes me kind of happy.
What's that?
So I have a history with this stuff.
Oh.
A lot of businesses come to South Dakota.
I was going to guess a few things.
Oh, no. Oh, this is huge. Actually, the story broke a week ago.
Oh,
So
okay.
you may be aware of it, maybe not. Dateline, Belle-Fourche. Belle-Fourche, South Dakota. California company plans to build one of the largest producing facilities in their particular industry in the country.
Oh.
In little old Belle-Fourche.
What the heck are they building?
You know what? It's going to be the largest ramen noodle factory in the country.
I saw something online about that because it said ramen noodles, South Dakota, and it was like soon to be connected. And I'm like, what the heck does that mean?
Albany Farms CEO Bill Soller, great guy, never met him, says the complex in Belle-Fourche will include a flour mill, production factories, packaging areas, and will produce about 100 million packages of ramen every year, eventually employ up to 900 people.
100 million packages a year?
Yeah.
That's like $14 worth of ramen.
I buy a couple cases a year, depending on how many invites I get to high school graduation
He does.
parties.
Yeah,
I've
you
seen
do.
this happen.
Yeah, and I
The
gifted one
passing
to your
of the
daughter
ramen.
when she graduated. You get
She's still working on that case of ramen to this day.
Yeah, I give them a case of ramen and a little check for some obscure amount so I can
It is-
balance my checkbook.
It is
Yeah.
very funny because it's like, why is there a check for $17.43?
And a case of ramen noodles. It's like, you're striking out on your own. Get used to eating this. Here you go.
I think that's a really good idea. Everyone should do that, by the way.
Yeah, so Belfouche scores, man. That's pretty huge.
That is very, very cool. I wonder why they chose Belfouche.
Good
Is that
question.
where ramen is grown?
No
They
one
grow
really
ramen.
knows.
Ramen
We have
runs
to
natural
harvest
there.
the ramen.
A lot of ramen trees. A lot of ramen trees on the western half of the state.
Next, I'll have seasonal ramen pickers.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it works.
Yes. Well, thank you for that, Dan.
Sure thing.
Going to get some news from this man coming your way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris, brought to you in part by our new commercial-free Christmas channel that kicked off yesterday, snowyradio.com.
Many new students sign up for credit cards that are not very good. Have a conversation about how to properly use credit so they don't learn this lesson the hard way. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Want one that offers points? We have those. Want a card to help you build credit? We have those too. Bettercreditcards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We're going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. I have Megan joining me from Feeding South Dakota, and they've got a really special thing that just kicked off yesterday. It's the annual Thanksgiving Meal Match Campaign. Megan, how does this work? What do people do if they want to get involved in this?
Yeah, so we actually are working to provide Thanksgiving meals across the state of South Dakota this Thanksgiving. And to do that, we have an incredible match thanks to Greg and Pam Sands of Sands Wall Systems. And so they are going to match dollar for dollar up to $25,000. And so our goal is really just to provide those Thanksgiving meals. And so how people can get involved with that is you just go to our website, feedingsouth-dakota.org, and you can make a donation there. And every dollar that you donate is going to be matched thanks to Greg and Pam Sands.
Those two are wonderful people, and they've got an amazing company. And this is just a really great thing that they're doing. They don't have to do this, but they're doing this. And that's where you, ladies and gentlemen, can reach out right now and say, hey, I want to help. And every dollar you make in this investment in Feeding South Dakota goes twice as far right now because they're going to match that. So it's a great way to do it. And a huge thank you to Greg and Pam Sands. That is fantastic. If I would like to make a donation, I just go right to the website feedingsouth-dakota.org.
Right there, and we make it easy. So you can just go there and make your donation, and your donation's going to go twice as far and from now until Thanksgiving.
And this is a really neat thing. Now, I know we were just chatting a little bit ahead of time. You're fairly new at Feeding South Dakota, so you got fresh eyes to see all of this cool stuff. We've had a chance to work with them the last several years, and I'm always amazed at they get so much done, and they help so many people. It's just an amazing organization.
It is so great. I'm so happy to be on board. Everything from the team at Feeding South Dakota to the donors that donate to make things like this possible, to the community members that help spread the word. We have just such great partners that make things like this happen. So I'm really excited to see where we end up with this Thanksgiving match, because I think us all coming together is going to make some incredible things happen this Thanksgiving.
And this is the 11th annual Thanksgiving Meal Match campaign. Each and every year, there are people who get to have a Thanksgiving dinner that maybe wouldn't be able to have one without the help of Feeding South Dakota. So you can step up and help out. So when you're sitting around your Thanksgiving table and being thankful for all you have, you can also remember that, hey, you know what? We help some other people have this as well. If you'd like to make a donation, again, the website is feedingsouth-dakota.org. And that goes from now through November 25th. So it goes right up until Thanksgiving. And is it kind of any amount that I want to give? It's pretty simple to do.
Any gift that's meaningful to you is going to be matched. So no matter what you give, you can give $25, you can give $100. It's all going to be matched thanks to Greg and Pam Sands. So whatever you feel inspired to give is going to be matched.
So if there's somebody listening that maybe is with a company and they go, hey, you know what? We like to do some corporate giving towards the end of the year. This could be a great way to do it for your company too, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, and it'll go twice as far. So now is the time.
And again, the website, super simple, super easy, feedingsouth-dakota.org. And Megan, thank you so much. First of all, welcome to Feeding South Dakota, and thank you for taking the time to chat with us about it today.
Oh, Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And I look forward to more conversations with you.
Absolutely. Again, Megan is with Feeding South Dakota, and they've got their Feeding South Dakota annual Thanksgiving meal match campaign. It started yesterday. It's going right up until Thanksgiving Day. If you would like to participate, and I encourage you to do that, if it's something you can do, please do it. FeedingSouthDakota.org. Again, the website, FeedingSouthDakota.org.
Merry Christmas! Oh, you're not ready for that yet. How about Happy Halloween? At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all of the fun holidays throughout the year with funny, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we have a gift idea for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day, whether you buy these weird gifts or not. It's worth checking out. Just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for the newsiest news we do. It's time for news with Dan Ferris.
Shoe leather, banging on desk, banging answers. That's what I do. Hey, I'm covering Health Beat right now.
Ooh, nice.
That's kind of a Health Beat thing. Gonna take a little turn here now. You know, to the relief of many Americans, the period of daylight savings time is coming to a close.
Yeah, this weekend.
Sunday, living in the states that follow this obscure, bizarre, twisted practice will set their clocks back, gaining the hour of sleep we lost in the spring. Now, for most of the U.S., daylight savings time starts at 2 a.m. on the second Sunday of March, ends on the same time on the first Sunday in November. Here's the skinny. The Department of Transportation, did you know this? Department of Transportation is in charge of daylight savings time.
Really?
Not that they can get anything right, which they don't.
They never set my clocks back.
Says the practice saves energy, prevents traffic accidents, and reduces crime. However, sleep experts say the health consequences of losing sleep from daylight saving time far outweigh its value. According to the Academy of Sleep Medicine's Public Safety Committee, Aaron Flynn Evans says, you know what, there's really no reason we should continue to do this thing like ever. The negative health consequences and the negative effect on multi-vehicle crashes in the spring are just not worth it. In a position statement filed recently by the AASM said the U.S. should eliminate daylight savings time in favor of year-round standard time, and most health experts agree. Why is sleep so important? Well, like diet and exercise, health experts say sleep is essential for a healthy lifestyle. Getting a good night's rest, important for regulating emotion. Sleep deficiency has been linked to increased risk of being bummed out, bipolar disorder, substance use disorder, and suicide. Sleep is also necessary for the body to heal, repair heart and blood vessels. Lack of sleep has been linked to increased heart disease, kidney disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, and stroke. So,
true story.
In a nutshell, just as this reporter has suspected all along, daylight savings time is killing all of us.
It really is.
Who's up for some sports?
Oh,
I am.
A bit of sports brought to you by Bert and the crew by the hockey headquarters, nestled perfectly right over there in the Sanford Sports Complex. Everything for hockey, new and used, and figure skating too. Well, Week 8 has come and gone for the NFL. Lots of games happening. I watched absolutely none of them. However, the power rankings have changed dramatically. Who's the best of the best? Who stinks on ice? Pretty simple. Arizona Cardinals dropped from number 1 to number 4 after losing to the Packers. The Packers jumped from number 4 to number 1 because they beat the undefeated Cardinals. What else is going on? Cowboys jumped from number 5 to number 3 after beating the Vikings Sunday using a fill-in quarterback. I think it was their equipment manager. I'm not sure.
Jeez.
And dead last, the hapless, completely unwinning, now 0-8, Detroit Lions got mauled by the Eagles, who ain't that great, 44-6. But here's the thing, and I know you follow me closely for wagering advice, and I won't let you down this time. As far as betting goes, a lot of the teams in the middle of the pack, they're all about, let's just say, about 500 on the season so far. So it's foolish just to bet on any one of them unless you're going with maybe the top 3 teams in the league.
Sure.
Lions have a bye week coming up. They're going to be rested. The next Sunday, they're playing the Steelers. Everything you own for the rest of the season, bet against the Lions.
Because they're too rested?
Just bet against them. There is no hope for the Detroit Lions this year. None. I don't care who's playing. I don't care what you got going. You call your bookie and you go, I don't care what the spread is. I want to bet against the Lions. Now, you aren't going to win much because it's a no-brainer, but at least you're going to win. All right.
I took some notes from last time you gave who we should bet on, by the way, and then I just checked to see. You were actually right both times.
How about that?
Yeah, you weren't right on the scores, but you were right on who won.
Don't act so surprised. Hey, you know what? From the Sunny 93.3 News Desk, I'm award-winning journalist Dan Ferris reminding you, if it's news to me. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021. Equity started the week on a positive footing with the S&P 500 index moving up slightly to set a new all-time high. Monday's action marks the 12th positive close in 3 weeks for the index and could easily lead to another string of new highs. The move is driven by corporate earnings that have come in better than expected despite strong headwinds within the economy. This week, traders will be on alert for reports from another 167 S&P 500 companies, marking the busiest week of the reporting season. By the end of this week, nearly 90% of the index will have reported results for the season. Also on tap this week, a key meeting of the FOMC and the monthly NFP report. The FOMC is expected to begin tapering or explain why they're waiting, while the NFP is expected to be a tepid 450,000. After last month's decline in total unemployment claims, the NFP figure should run well into the millions. You can get the inside track in your inbox at marketbeatminute.com.